When a club gets relegated, most star players run for the exit. New contract, new league, fresh start somewhere better. But every so often, a player does the opposite. They stay, they fight, and they drag their club back to where it belongs. Today, we're ranking the best players in football history who stayed loyal after relegation. Let's get into it. 7. Let's start with Jack Grealish. 5 years before he became the most expensive Englishman in history, Grealish stayed loyal to Aston Villa after their drop to the Championship. He was only a couple of years into his career at the time, so it wasn't the biggest sacrifice imaginable, but it was still commendable, especially considering Villa remained stuck in the second tier for 3 years. Grealish was named in the PFA Team of the Year for the Championship when he helped Villa win promotion in 2018-19. He then took the step back up to the Premier League in his stride, enjoying his best goal-scoring season yet. It was an emotional decision for Grealish to eventually leave Villa, but the chance to become Manchester City's new number 10 in 2021 as a £100 million player was simply too good to turn down. 6. Next up is Jarrod Bowen. Confirming his decision to stay at West Ham after their relegation, Bowen said, "I've been here 6.5 years and transitioned from a boy, really, from the Championship into a man." That's a striking way to put it, going from the Championship back to the Championship. We fully respect Bowen's decision to stay with West Ham. He could easily have attracted top-flight suitors after scoring 65 Premier League goals for the Hammers. At 29 years old, many wouldn't have blamed him for jumping ship to stay in the top division while he still could. But Bowen has remained committed to West Ham, driven by the ambition of guiding them straight back to the Premier League. With more than 50 Championship goals already to his name from his Hull City days, he should be a massive asset at that level again. Number 5 is Pavel Nedved, Ballon d'Or winner in 2003, playing Serie B by 2006. Juventus' demotion in the wake of Italy's Calciopoli match-fixing scandal wasn't Nedved's fault, nor any of his teammates. But once it was ruled that Juventus would be stripped of their title and dropped to the second tier, several players understandably jumped ship. Nedved, who was about to turn 34, stayed put. He went on to score 11 goals in 33 games in Serie B, helping fire Juventus straight back up to Serie A. He then spent the final 2 years of his career back in the top flight with the club, proving loyalty and quality can absolutely coexist. Number 4 is Gabriel Batistuta. He was the second highest scorer in Serie A throughout its legendary 1990s era, despite spending an entire year down in Serie B with Fiorentina. His 16 league goals in his second season weren't enough to keep Fiorentina up in 1993, but the 24-year-old Argentine remained loyal anyway. Batistuta helped La Viola win promotion at the first attempt, then won the Serie A Golden Boot in his very first season back in the top flight, scoring 26 goals. In fact, he scored more than 20 league goals in 4 of the 6 seasons he spent in Serie A with Fiorentina after promotion, and did it again in his first season after subsequently joining Roma. That run highlights exactly what a force Fiorentina had managed to hold on to during their time in Serie B. Number 3 is Franco Baresi, one of the greatest centre-backs the game has ever produced. Baresi spent his entire 20-year career with AC Milan. A match-fixing scandal in 1980 saw Milan demoted to Serie B for the first time in their history. Since Baresi was only 20 at the time, it wasn't catastrophic for his development, and Milan bounced straight back up. But their return to the top flight was short-lived. In 1982, Milan went down again, this time simply through poor results. Baresi stuck with them again, and just months later earned his first senior Italy cap while still playing as a Serie B player. Promotion followed once more, and Milan's days as an unlikely yo-yo club were finally over. Baresi went on to spend 14 more seasons in Serie A with the Rossoneri, becoming an all-time legend for both club and country. 2. Alessandro Del Piero. We're down to the final 2 now. Both superstars from the same Juventus team sent down to Serie B in 2006. At number 2 is Del Piero, their captain and iconic number 10. He'd hit double figures for goals in all competitions in each of the previous 5 seasons and had just become a World Cup winner with Italy that summer. Aged 31 at the time of the relegation, Del Piero clearly still had plenty to give at the very top level. Yet after scoring 20 goals in Serie B to help fire Juventus back up, he went one better the following season, scoring 21 goals in Juventus's immediate return to Serie A. The forward ultimately remained with Juve all the way until 2012, when he finally left to finish his career with Sydney FC in Australia. And at number 1, just edging out his old teammate for both club and country, is Gianluigi Buffon. Juventus had paid a world record fee for a goalkeeper to sign Buffon from Parma back in 2001, and by 2006 he was Italy's undisputed number 1, having just helped them win the World Cup that summer. Buffon was 28 years old at the time of the relegation, and it wouldn't have been remotely surprising if he'd followed teammates like Fabio Cannavaro and Zlatan Ibrahimovic out the exit door. Instead, he pledged his future to Juventus and was even named in the 2007 FIFPro World 11 while playing in Serie B, an almost unheard of honour for a second-tier player. After Juventus returned to Serie A, Buffon stayed with the club for more than a decade, eventually spending a season at PSG before returning to Turin to finish things off. In 2021, he chose to drop down to Serie B once again, this time voluntarily, to end his career back where it all began, at Parma. From world record goalkeeper to Serie B by choice twice, Buffon's loyalty through relegation and beyond makes him the standout number 1 on this list. So there you have it. The best players who stayed loyal after relegation, proving that sometimes the biggest stars are the ones who stick around when things get tough. Which of these loyalty stories impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. It's here. The Goal 90 Mastery Mat has landed, built for the next generation of footballers. More control, faster feet, sharper confidence. With the Goal 90 app, every session is guided, every touch has purpose. Train at home, train every day. Level up in just 20 minutes. Launch offer is live, 30% off, plus free worldwide shipping. Don't miss the drop. Order now at Goal 90 Shop.
Average players train hard, elite players train smart. We didn't just build a mat, we engineered a blueprint for the 1%. Every line, every angle and every drill was crafted through months of studying elite player biomechanics. Translate muscle memory into matchday dominance. Goal 90's own training mat comes with the app to take you to the next level. Get yours today.